Hi, this is SJ Talks and Life coming back at you with another video. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, please, and thank you. I see that they're still talking about Diddy more and more. This video is not about Diddy. I'm just, bear with me here. Hold on. Bear with me here. Stay with me here. I see that they're still talking about Diddy, about more victims are coming forth. It just gets worse and worse with him. And a bunch of videos is popping up in my algorithm about it. I'm getting tired of hearing about it. It's kind of like watching a train wreck. It's like watching a train wreck. You don't want to look, but at the same time, you look because you're like, oh my God, you can't believe it. I mean, I can believe it. I can definitely believe it, and I'm absolutely and not shocked by any of these things that I'm hearing. It just gets worse and worse. And anywho, but my point that I'm making, the reason why I brought that up, is because the point that I want to make to black people is the point that I want to make to black people is don't be distracted. Do not be distracted. They want black people to be distracted. They always consistently want to distract us. And this Diddy situation is so huge, and it's so much going on with it, and new people, victims, and everything is coming forth. It's a major distraction because Diddy was he was pretty huge in the black community, and so it's a major distraction. And black people, I just want to let black people know that we should not be distracted. Do not let this Diddy situation that's going on with Diddy distract us, because in November, if Kamala Harris gets voted into office as president, we might be dealing with a race war on our hands. We may be dealing with a race war on our hands. And black people, we need to focus on unifying the situation with the immigrants. It's really bad in Chicago right now. They're moving them into black communities, taking lots of resources from. Uh, the black people are going to be hit the hardest. The black people are going to be hit the hardest. The black people are always hit the hardest. When the economy tanks, black people are hit the hardest. Everything that happens with in America, as far as the economy or whatever, black people are always going to be disproportionately affected the most. Okay, so we already don't. We're already not unified. We already don't have any unity. We already have a lot of hatred amongst each other. This gender war keeps going on and on between black men and black women. There's increasing hate towards black women. Like I said in my other video, if you listen to that video, you can be in denial all you want. You can live under a rock all you want. But there's a lot of hatred. There's a lot of black men out there that have a lot of hatred towards black women. And the black femicide rates reflects that. Okay. Not only black women are being unalived, but black children are being unalived in higher numbers. Okay. So you can live under a rock all you want. You can live in denial all you want. Okay. But the reality is that there is an increasing hatred towards black women coming from black men. This is why we need that anti-hate bill for black women and children, because of the black femicide rates are and going through the roof, and they're unaliving black children as well in alarming numbers. It's getting bad. The reason why a lot of people it doesn't make the nationwide news or anything like that, because of the fact that Nobody cares about what happens to black women. Nobody cares about what happens to black children. There's almost 70,000 black women and children that are missing, but it's never talked about. It was 65, 60,000, 65. I'm sure the numbers that went up. That's why I say 70,000. It's never talked about. You notice it's never talked about in the mainstream media because they don't care. They don't care. Okay? They don't care. So we need to care about our own people. But the problem is we don't care about our own people. We have all this hatred amongst each other. This gender war keeps going on and on. And that's another thing, black men are comfortable with disrespecting us in the media, in the music, on social media. They've been disrespecting us in the music for years. And on social media, black men are the only race of men that publicly bash and humiliate and shame their own women. Other races of men don't do that. Now you can get mad all you want, but the facts, it's a fact. It's a fact. Okay, no other races of men. Literally, there is no other races of men in the United States that do that to their women. The black race of men are the only men that do that to their women. Okay, that's why that's why it's such a divide. It's such a major divide between black men and black women because of that. And a lot of black men think that they have the mentality that we don't deserve protection because they think that we're all walking around hollering that we're independent or whatever. And, they think that they think that we're a monolith. They think that we're a monolith and they think that we're all the same. So, they feel like we don't deserve protection. They think that we're so proud about being independent that we don't deserve protection, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's ridiculous and it's stupid. It's okay. Say you're a coward and you don't want to protect women without saying you're a coward and you don't want to protect women. Okay, I'd rather for you to say that than to use that excuse. But so we're divided. We're divided. We don't have any unity. We have no love. On top of that, we're disobedient to God because what does God say? God tells us that we must have love amongst each other. Okay? We don't have any love amongst each other. And we're divided. So we're disobedient in that aspect. What happens when you're disobedient to God? That's a major, major disobedience. The blessings are not going to flow. And so this is the problem that we're having here, in our communities. I've talked about it in many other videos. Yeah, I'm rinky dink YouTuber. I guess nobody listens to me. Every time I do those videos, I know I don't get any views on them. I would appreciate it if you guys would share this video. Every time I do those videos, nobody wants to. I don't hardly get any views on them. Where I'm addressing the black community, talking about the different issues in the black community. And then when I do a video addressing the men or the women, why don't you ever talk about, oh, I do. You never click on them. Okay? My spiritually, positive videos or whatever that I do, people do not click on them. I did one just recently. Said that we need to, I was talking about my aunt because my aunt just passed away. And the thumbnail literally says we need to love on our loved ones. Nobody hardly clicks on it. And I know lots of people on YouTube are attracted to drama and everything, but I never want to hear someone come in my comment section and say, why don't you talk about positive spiritual things or whatever? Because I do those videos all the time and nobody never clicks on them. I don't want to ever hear someone come in my comment section and say that again. Okay? Because I'm time and time again, I'm always doing these types of videos and nobody never listens. Nobody never clicks on them. Okay? But and I do videos addressing the black people and talking about trying to create some type of awareness to let you guys know what's going on. Nobody never hardly clicks on. I mean, I don't hardly get any views on those videos. You know, it's just it's a fact. So they want us to be distracted. And this Diddy thing is a major distraction. The only thing I can say about that situation, I ain't gonna keep talking about it. If there's a major revelation coming forth or whatever, then I'll talk about that. But I'm not gonna be like some of these other content creators that they're talking about it several times a day and all that. No, 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 no. I'm not gonna talk about it like that. I have too many other things that I got so much content written down that I haven't even covered. So I don't have time to constantly be talking about Diddy all the time. The only thing we can do for Diddy is pray for him, pray that he repents. I pray that he repents. I don't think that they should let him unalive himself, and I don't think that they should let anybody harm him because he needs to be given the opportunity to repent. And that's the only thing you can do. But he needs to be held accountable for his actions. And I don't think nobody should be defending him, you know. But this is the reason why I talk about that. Like I said, it's a major distraction. Black people need to redirect our focus, and we need to focus on unifying. We need to be focused on our building up our communities. Because what if there's a race war in a couple of months? We're not prepared. We're not prepared. We're not going to win it. We're not prepared because we're so busy, unaliving each other, hating each other. We have so much hatred within our own race, and we're racist towards each other. That's what I said the other day, in my video the other day. We're racist towards each other. How does that work? How does that work? We hate it when white people are racist towards us, but we seem to think it's okay to be racist towards each other for whatever reason. Texturism, colorism, you're not light enough, you're not dark enough, whatever, stupid, superficial stuff. We have hatred towards each other. But then we get mad when other races of people are racist towards us. But it's okay for us to be racist towards each other. How is that? How does that work? What world? How does that work? We need to stop this. We need to stop being racist towards each other. We need to have more love amongst each other. We need to focus. They know that we're easily distracted. We need to stop worrying about Diddy, what's going on with him. Let God deal with that. Let God deal with that situation. Let God deal with him in the justice system. let the justice system and God deal with him. Okay? We need to focus, black people. We need to focus. We need to focus on unifying. We need to focus on unifying. We got to unify. We got to do it. I've stressed this in so many videos. But like I said, nobody clicks on them. Nobody listens to me. I guess because I'm a rinky-dink YouTuber, nobody listens to me. I mean, I got 6,000 subscribers, by the way. Thank you for my new subscribers. But that's still rinky-dink. I'm still not considered a big YouTuber. Not considered a big YouTuber unless I get 50 to 100K. When I do those videos, nobody wants to click on them. Like I said, I need you guys to share this video. Black people, we need to focus. Focus. Pay attention to what's going on. The immigrants are moving into, they're putting up a big stink about it in Chicago, the black people. Pay attention. And they're moving into other communities across the country. It's a slow process, but they're doing it. The choice population is about to go up. Immigrants are going to be moving in. They're going to start opening up businesses. Then they're going to start discriminating against us. Just like the immigrants the immigrants that already live here that are doing that. Them Arabs that be running them hair stores and convenience stores and stuff all across the country. They run them here, where I live. They don't like us. They don't like us. It's like they opened up a Lee's Chicken. I don't know if that's just a Michigan-based company, but they opened up a Lee's Chicken. I know the other city has a Lee's Chicken. I don't know if that's a nationwide chain or not, or if it's just a Michigan-based. I don't know. Well, they opened up a Lee's Chicken here in my city, and my sister said, well, the Arabs own it. They don't like us, so we shouldn't patronize them. I said, oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, they getting in all the business. And these immigrants are going to be coming over here. These other immigrants are going to be moving in doing the same thing. And the government is going to allow them to do it because the government is giving them a lot of support, more support than they're giving the American people. They won't give us black people no loan, but they'll give it to them. They'll give them a loan, business loan quicker than they'll give it to us. I'd love to get me a business loan. I'd like to start an adult foster care business, amongst other things. I bet you an immigrant, they'll give an immigrant money to do that before they give it to me. I've been living here all my life. They don't care about us. Like Michael Jackson said it. They don't care about us. Listen to that song. He said they don't care about us. They don't care about us. We got to care about each other. We have to care about our people. They don't care about us. Wake up, black people, and stop being so easily distracted. Pay attention to what's going on. Anytime America goes through something, we get it hit the worst. We get it hit the worst. We go through it the most. You think they care? They don't care. We have to care. We have to care about our own people. So we need to stop all this hatred and that we're having towards each other, all this racism that we have towards each other. The way they talk about Kamala Harris speaks volumes. Speaks volumes. It shows how much racism there is in the black community. How y'all think it's okay to be racist towards somebody else? You got a problem when the white people do it. Nobody never marches for black people unaliving black people in the community. As soon as a white police officer do it, there's a major problem. Y'all want to pick it all over the country. Why don't you guys have that same energy for the unalivings that take place in the black community on a daily basis? Why don't we have the same energy? The Jews police their own community. The Jews in New York City, they have their own community. And guess what? They police their own community. That's what we need to do. Brother Umar mentioned that. Brother Umar mentioned that in his video where he's defending Diddy. He said that we need to deal with our own people. I agree. We need to police our own communities. That's how you eliminate that white on black violence. We need to police our own. The Jewish people are doing it in New York City. I've seen it with my own eyes. This guy was on TikTok. He rides and walks around New York City. He went into a Jewish community, and they knew instantly that he didn't belong there because they was looking at him like, they had their little hats on and everything. And then he said, look, they got their own police. And he showed that they have their own police officers. This was on a TikTok live. They had their own police over there in their own community, their own businesses, their own schools, all of it. What Brother Umar doing, we need to be doing that on a mass level. We need to be doing that all over. When they close a school, the black school is the first to go. I know it's like that in my community. You think they want us to be educated? That's why they're taking out the history in the schools. We need to educate our young people on the history. We need to do it. The elders in our community, we need to do it. They don't care nothing about us getting no education. They want to keep us further behind they want to keep us further behind. So it can ensure their position at the top. They want to stay at the top. They don't want to skip their level. That's why Bill Cosby, every time somebody think about wanting to do something major, they find some kind of scandal. Not saying that he's innocent, but I'm just saying. Then Bill Cosby was going to do some big things. They shut that down real quick. You notice that? Black people pay attention. Pay attention. They're putting all this crap in our foods. We need to start growing our own crops and growing our own food and stuff. Now they're putting stuff in the herbals. Black people wake up. When I say herbals, you didn't hear about that back in the day. Now they're putting stuff in that too. We need to grow. We need to grow our own stuff, guys. Yes, we need to have our own. They don't even support the black farmers. We need to grow our own stuff. It's I can't say too much because I don't want YouTube to shut me down. But I would have to go to Rumble to say some other stuff I would like to say. I can't say too much because I don't want YouTube to shut me down. But yes, pay attention, black people. Pay attention, black people. Wake up. Stop being distracted. About this Diddy business or whatever. And I'm talking to you. I'm talking to me too. Because every time I get on my YouTube, he's all in my feed. And it's like watching a train wreck. I don't want to look, but then next thing I know, I find myself clicking on it. Like, I'm sick of hearing this. But it's like watching a train wreck. Oh, okay, what now? I'm not shocked by any of it. I'm literally not shocked. I knew something wasn't right about him. I just couldn't put my finger on it. But we gotta keep our focus, black people. You gotta let God deal with that situation. We gotta keep our focus and pay attention to what's being done. Pay attention to what's going on around us. And we need to start having more love amongst each other. And we need to start unifying, and we need to do it now. Black people, do not be distracted. Do not allow the government to distract us. We need to keep our focus. And we're not doing that. We're very easily distracted. Because they know that they study us. We're being studied. We're like lab rats. They're studying us. They know what we do. That's why they planted that stuff in our community. Black people don't know how to get access to that stuff. They planted, when I say stuff, you know what I'm talking about. They planted that stuff in our communities. I go on TikTok. I put the guy that discovered that on TikTok. He was a white gentleman. Go to my TikTok, Sweet June 54, I believe. Is it Sweet June 54? Go on my TikTok. His name is Gary Webb. I put it on my TikTok. I got lots of hits on that. And it tells you he found out that's what they were doing. But they got rid of him. They got rid of him because he found out. He found out that's what they were doing. It's on my TikTok on the Sweet June 54. His name was Gary Webb. He was a white gentleman. He found out that's what they were doing, and they got rid of them. They're studying us. We're like lab rats. And they know what we're going to do before we do it. And they're very strategic. We got to learn to be more strategic. But we got to pay attention. We can't let them distract us. And it don't matter who they vote in there. They get Kamala Harris in there. Like, check my video out where I'm saying they ain't gonna let her. When I say they, I'm talking about the white people. I just didn't want to put that in the title on my video. Them white folks ain't gonna let her do nothing for black people. I wish she would. I wish she would go up there talking about some reparations. First of all, they're gonna call her a racist and they're gonna try to get her impeached. You guys know that. They're not going to let her go up to bat for reparations. So stop expecting her to do something for black people. She's not going to do it. She can't do it. They're not going, the white people ain't going to let her. I done already done told you that. Nobody hardly clicked on that video either. I put on the thumbnail my unpopular opinion. Come on, black people, wake up. We know this. We know this. We know these things. They're not going to let Kamala do nothing for blacks. It's a no-brainer. Wake up. A lot of you black people are walking around with your head in the sand. Get your head out of the sand. You're walking around with you got your heads in the sand about what's going on in the black community, and you got your heads in the sand about the government. The government don't do nothing without an agenda. Why do you think they outlawed abortion? They didn't do it to save black babies. They're trying to find another way to eliminate black babies. The young lady that the doctor literally took the baby's head off. Google it. It's a story. Google it. Yeah. I'm not going to go into too many details about that, but yes. They're figuring out other ways to eliminate black babies. Okay. The white birth rates have decreased. The black birth rates have decreased too. Yes, the black birth rates have decreased. While y'all thinking black women are going around popping up all these babies. Somebody provided me with an interesting statistic in a video that I was on. They said there's 44% of black women that do not have any children. I said, thank you for that stat. 44% of black women do not have any children. Well, all we can talk about in the black community is single black mothers. But the black birth rates are decreasing. The white birth rates are decreasing even more. That's why they eliminated the abortion. They don't care anything. You think they care about black babies? They don't care about black babies. But they do want them white women to bring them white babies in the world. That's the major fear in the white community. They don't want that's their major fear. They don't want to become a minority in all 50 states. They're already a minority in California, and I think New York. They don't want to become a minority in all 50 states. They don't want to lose their power. So they want them white women to have them babies. And they're going to make them have them babies. That's why they want Kamala Harris in, because she's going to try to reverse that Roe versus Wade situation. She's going to try to get it reversed. It's one of the reasons why I'm not voting for her, because I'm pro-life. I might do another video going into more detail about that. If you're pro-life, why are you voting for Kamala Harris if you're pro-life? Think about it. And you know why I wouldn't vote for the other one. I'm not voting anyway. If you're pro-life, think about it. If you're pro-life but you're thinking about voting for Kamala, why? Because she wants to bring that back. Okay. Women's rights. What about that baby's rights? Nobody cares about the baby. Government ain't gonna let her do that anyway, because the white birth rates are decreasing. They want them white women to bring them white babies here. See, black folks better wake up. Even though they try to distract us with all this stuff, with P. Diddy and all that, I still pay attention. I pay attention to everything. Well, I'm a content creator. I have to. Yes. But even if I wasn't a content, I would still be paying attention. Wake up, black people. Get your head out of the sand. Brother Umar be trying to tell y'all every day about different things. But y'all so busy, well, he ain't going to open that school up. Y'all so busy hating on the man. You lose your focus. Brother Umar talks about this kind of stuff all the time. But y'all so busy hating on the man. Boyce Watkins is another one that talks about this stuff all the time. But y'all like to hate on him too. Keep calling him a simp because he married a single mother. So what? See, you guys, black people are crazy. Black people, slavery did a number on our mind. They really done a number on us. You're so busy hating on, looking at, focused on other things. You're not focused on the message. Boyce Watkins and Brother Umar Johnson gives us a lot of golden nuggets. But you guys are so busy focusing on other things that you don't want to listen. And you don't listen to me either, because nobody ever clicks on my videos when I talk about these things. Once again, please share this video. Get your head out of the sand, black people. Get your head out of the sand. Stop being so easily distracted. And when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me too. Pay attention to what's going on. What is it going to take to wake us up? We might find that out in a couple of months. Well, a month from now, because it's almost October. May find that out. We ain't ready for none of that stuff. We rely on a white man for everything. Everything. Literally everything. The video said, y'all think the white and Asian ice is colder? Check out that video. I'm going to link that video up to this one. Ain't nobody hardly click on that either. We do. We think the white and Asian ice and Arab ice is colder. And when a black person try to open up a business in the community, y'all don't want to support, or y'all want to hook up. Stop asking for black people to give hookups. How's the business supposed to grow if they keep giving hookups? Why don't you support that business just like you would? You wouldn't go into Walmart and ask them for a hookup. You wouldn't go into a white establishment asking them for a hookup. You wouldn't go into an Asian establishment asking them for a hookup. You wouldn't go into an Arab or so on and so forth and ask them for a hookup, would you? Why are you asking our people? How is the business supposed to grow if they keep giving away freebies? Stop asking them that and go on and support the business. Go ahead and support them. It's like I said, there's a brother around here, and I talked about that in a video, that has a chicken place. I went to school with him. When I go, I don't ask him for no hookup. Can you hook up, give a sister? What do I sound like? I support the brother. I support the brother. Okay? I don't be asking for no hookup. There's another black business open up, a hair care business. I haven't had a chance to get over there yet. A hair supply. Well, when I do, I'm not going to go in there asking for no hookup. I'm going to support the brother and sister. And stop telling me to stop saying brother and sister. I can say what I want. This is my channel. Stop asking for hookups. Stop asking for freebies, because you wouldn't go into a white man's and Asian business and ask them for any freebies. So why are you doing it to your own? Support them. Pay the price. Support black-owned businesses. How else are we supposed to grow? How are we going to have successful businesses if we keep giving out freebies? Can't do it. Can't do it. So black people, we need to wake up. This video wasn't supposed to be that long, but we need to wake up. Get our heads out of the sand. And yes, I've repeated that several times in this video on purpose. Get your head out of the sand and wake up. Nobody in this country cares about us, but God does. He loves us. We got to start loving each other. But God wants us to walk in obedience. Or we continue to walk in disobedience, there's going to be consequences. And I'm going to leave you with that. Hit that like, subscribe, and share. And please share this video so it can get out to more black people. And until the next video, be blessed.